Okay, so I just wanted to make this video to kind of set the expectations for this next module coming up. So this next module is going to be all about labs, making you work on these labs, get some experience, builds up first off your confidence, but also it's going to build up your hands-on experience so that we can update your resume and your LinkedIn in the modules coming up. But I just want to set the expectation. So I don't expect you to memorize all of the commands. I don't even remember all of the commands. I have to look it up sometimes, and that's completely normal. So the main goal of these labs is to get you the experience and to kind of instill the idea of these different principles of how the network talks to each other, how certain commands affect other things on the network, how they affect switches and routers, and you need to get that overall experience so that when you are on the job and you are told to do something you don't know how to do, you can look it up. And then there's plenty of ways to look it up. You can use Google, you can use AI, but the idea is you look it up and you would understand it because you've done these labs. You have the experience of these labs, and you experience what these different commands can do. So that way, when you do look it up, like I've had to look it up. You look it up and then you understand. Okay, now I understand what this command does and what it means and how it's going to affect the network. So that's the expectation. The expectation is just to get the hands-on experience to start understanding the principles of these different commands and the different configurations you can do on these routers and switches. So don't worry about memorizing everything. You're not going to be able to memorize everything. People that are in the field don't memorize everything. They only memorize the things that they do often in whatever job that they're in, right? So I had to move a lot of VLANs when I was in network security. So I used to have that memorized. Uh, IP address access lists, I had to look it up sometimes. And once I started doing it over and over again on the job, I started being able to memorize it. But I'm sure if you ask me now, I'm not going to remember everything either, right? Because now I'm into a new position, a new cybersecurity position. So I don't use the command all the time, but I can look it up and I can understand what it does, and I can understand how to manipulate the commands in the ways that I want it to so that it can do what I want it to do. So just wanted to set that expectation. Don't worry about memorizing. Just try to absorb the principles and get that hands-on experience.